Welcome, dear friends, to this peaceful exploration of Jujutsu Kaisen. Today, we gently walk through Season 1, Episode 1, titled Ryomen Sukuna. We will move carefully, scene by scene. Take a deep breath with me as we begin. We open in a softly lit room, filled with a warm yet mysterious glow from paper lanterns. Protective talismans flutter gently on the walls, as if whispering ancient warnings. A young man named Yuji Itadori slowly stirs, bound to a chair, still disoriented from whatever events brought him here. His expression is one of confusion mixed with quiet concern. Across from him sits a tall, enigmatic figure wearing a distinctive blindfold, Satoru Gojo. In a calm, almost playful yet deeply serious tone, Gojo leans forward and asks, "Which one are you now?" Yuji, gathering his thoughts, immediately speaks with worry for his friend Fushiguro. Gojo reminds him softly but firmly that time is limited. His secret execution has already been decided. This quiet, mysterious opening invites us to wonder about the chain of events that led this kind-hearted, ordinary high school boy into such a dangerous and uncertain situation. Let these questions linger in your mind as we step back. Let us step back peacefully to the previous day. Yuji Itadori is a high school student blessed with remarkable natural athletic talent that seems to come to him so effortlessly. We see him making a caring phone call to the hospital, checking on his grandfather, Wasuke Itadori. The elderly man, though gruff on the surface, speaks with deep, underlying affection. He urges Yuji not to waste his time sitting at a bedside. "Don't come here after school," he says warmly. "Instead, enjoy your club activities, surround yourself with friends, and live life fully." These simple words already carry the weight of wisdom and love that will echo through Yuji's journey. At school, the atmosphere is light and youthful. Yuji shares relaxed, heartwarming moments with his occult research club friends, Sasaki and Iguchi. They chat casually about supernatural rumors, laughing together about a supposed haunted location nearby. The student council approaches, pressuring the club to disband because they lack official activities. But Yuji stays supportive and easygoing, choosing friendship and loyalty. You can feel his gentle nature shining through. He values people more than rules or achievements. Later, a track coach spots Yuji's potential and challenges him to a friendly shot-put throw. With effortless grace and surprising power, Yuji sends the ball flying far beyond what anyone expected. The coach is impressed, seeing real talent. Yet Yuji smiles humbly and chooses to return to his friends in the occult club instead of chasing athletic fame or glory. These early scenes paint such a vivid picture of a gentle soul, strong in body, humble in spirit, and deeply connected to those around him. He doesn't seek the spotlight. He simply wants to live meaningfully with the people he cares about. As evening falls, Yuji rushes to the hospital with a sense of quiet urgency. In their final, tender conversation, his grandfather shares profound, soothing wisdom that feels like a gentle guiding light. He encourages Yuji to always use his extraordinary strength to help others. That way, when his own time eventually comes, he can pass surrounded by people who care without any lingering regrets. The words linger in the air like a warm breeze full of love and life lessons. You can see the deep bond between them. Soon after, his grandfather passes peacefully. Yuji sits quietly beside him, absorbing the weight of loss with a heavy but remarkably composed heart. We watch him handle the paperwork and gather his grandfather's belongings with care, a jujutsu sorcerer on an important mission to retrieve a dangerous cursed object, one of the preserved fingers of the ancient Ryomen Sukuna. Megumi senses lingering cursed energy in the air and notices something unusual about Yuji's presence, even before they properly meet. Later, after Yuji has dealt with his grandfather's affairs, Megumi approaches him calmly in the dim evening light. With a steady voice, he begins to explain the hidden world that most people never see, the world of curses. These are malevolent beings born from humanity's negative emotions, fear, anger, regret, and sorrow that accumulate and take physical form. Megumi asks for the cursed object that Yuji's club had found earlier. When Yuji checks the small box, it's empty. His friends Sasaki and Iguchi have taken the finger to school for a late-night experiment, unaware of the true danger. Megumi's warning carries a quiet but urgent tone. They are all in serious peril. Yuji, driven by his caring nature, rushes back toward the school alongside Megumi. Inside the darkened building, lit only by flickering candlelight, Sasaki and Iguchi carefully unwrap the talisman around the grotesque, powerful relic. The finger pulses with an ancient, dark energy that feels alive and threatening. Suddenly, the candle flame dies out. Eerie, twisted curses begin to manifest from the shadows, grotesque forms born purely from negativity, crawling and threatening everything in their path with horrifying intent. The atmosphere grows thick with dread. Yuji and Megumi arrive at the scene of chaos. Megumi, with calm authority, instructs Yuji to stay safely outside the building. He then raises his hand and summons his divine dogs, two elegant, powerful shikigami that emerge from the shadows with glowing eyes and graceful yet ferocious forms. These loyal guardians move with incredible speed and precision, their presence bringing a sense of disciplined strength into the overwhelming darkness. Megumi fights with focused determination, directing his divine dogs to tear through the lesser curses. The dogs leap and strike with coordinated power, their movements almost dance-like amid the violence, protecting Megumi as he engages the threats head-on. Outside, Yuji stands in the night air, hesitating for a moment as fear grips him. The sounds of battle echo from within, growls, crashes, and the terrified cries of his friends. But in that quiet pause, he recalls his grandfather's soothing final words, to use his strength to help others. Those words ignite a surge of resolve deep within him. Without hesitation, Yuji takes a powerful running leap, smashing through a fourth-floor window with raw physical force. Glass and wood shatter around him as he bursts into the room, landing with determination to rescue his friends. With no cursed energy of his own, he relies entirely on his natural athleticism and unyielding willpower. Inside the heart of the chaos, the battle intensifies. Megumi's divine dogs continue to fight valiantly, their powerful jaws and swift attacks helping to turn the tide against the swarm of curses. Yuji's pure heart shines so brightly in this moment. He wants nothing more than for Sasaki and Iguchi to survive and return to their ordinary lives. A massive curse overwhelms Megumi, pushing him to his limits. The divine dogs are momentarily occupied, leaving Megumi exposed. Yuji doesn't hesitate. He charges forward, throwing himself into the fray to protect his new ally and his friends. The battle becomes a fierce, emotional whirlwind, Yuji's fists connecting with solid impacts. Every second reveals more of Yuji's character, his refusal to abandon others, even at great personal risk. In the climax of this desperate struggle, as one particularly powerful curse looms large and reaches for the cursed finger, Yuji makes his fateful choice. He lunges forward, catches the relic, and swallows it whole, hoping this act will grant him the power needed to protect everyone. A dramatic transformation unfolds. Dark markings spread across Yuji's skin like ancient tattoos, and the king of curses, Ryomen Sukuna, awakens within him after 1,000 years. Sukuna revels in his return with chaotic, overwhelming power. He easily dispatches the remaining curses with terrifying ease and raw destructive force, his presence shifting the entire atmosphere of the room. For a brief, dangerous time, Sukuna takes full control, turning his malicious gaze toward Megumi with clear, deadly intent. But Yuji's incredibly strong will and pure heart quickly suppress the ancient entity, allowing him to regain control of his own body. Megumi, witnessing everything, prepares himself for what might come next, fully aware of the immense danger this new vessel now represents. Just as the tension reaches its peak and Megumi steels himself, a powerful new presence arrives on the scene. Satoru Gojo, the strongest jujutsu sorcerer and Megumi's teacher, appears with effortless confidence and charisma. He diffuses the immediate threat in an instant. Gojo observes Yuji with genuine curiosity and intrigue. To everyone's surprise, Yuji has suppressed Sukuna so effectively that Gojo asks if he can allow Sukuna to take control briefly for a test. Yuji agrees cautiously. For just 10 seconds, Sukuna emerges once more, launching aggressive, powerful attacks at Gojo with raw, destructive force. Yet Gojo moves with breathtaking speed, precision, and almost playful elegance, dodging every strike effortlessly, outmaneuvering the King of Curses completely. He demonstrates his overwhelming superiority, ultimately knocking Sukuna out and allowing Yuji to regain control. This playful yet intense demonstration highlights Gojo's unmatched power and his growing interest in Yuji's unique and promising situation. Gojo then begins to explain the broader context of the Jujutsu world and makes the decision to take Yuji under his wing. This marks the true beginning of an extraordinary path filled with growth, friendship, battles, and self-discovery.
Hey, do me a favor. Let him take control of you for a bit, okay? I want to have a little chat with him.
No way!
Do it or I'll kill you where you stand.
Okay! Me horny!
君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するの